Welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime. Today's story is Adventure. It's from Adventure 267, published in December 1959, Prisoner of the Superheroes. It was written by Jerry Siegel, the co-creator of Superman, and art by George Papp. This one is terrible. This is a terrible story. So I've never said that before in any of the other ones, but maybe Jerry Siegel was struggling to adapt to the Silver Age, but let me go through it. So on the cover we have Superboy in a kryptonite cage, and Cosmic Boy says, "What a twist! Everyone on this planet has superpowers except this criminal Superboy." And Lightning Lad says, "And this kryptonite jail we're building will keep him captive forever." And Lightning Lad, in his second appearance, has a radically different costume. His first one more reminded me of Sunboy, who is not a member and won't be for quite a while. So we open up with in Smallville with the three Legion of Superhero members fighting some creature. Wow, look at those three super youths from the future, with only one superpower each, overcoming that rampaging monster. They're terrific. Perhaps I'd better help. Are you kidding? You were Smallville's greatest superhero, but who needs you now? All right, so Superboy sees a plane that's crash landing or crashing, and goes to help, but instead Cosmic Boy shows up and says, "Out of the way, Superboy, I'll handle this," and takes care of it with his his magnetic powers. And Superboy says, "Good work, Cosmic Boy. It's good to see you again." Cosmic Boy says, "Sorry, I can't say the same about you." And we get the impression that everyone in town no longer likes Superboy. Same thing happens. Lightning Lad stops some rampaging robot. When Superboy congratulates him, he just flies off. And some old woman says, "Personally, Lightning Lad appeals to me much more than Superboy." Yet again, Saturn Girl, she uses her, I guess, mental command to make the guy believe that it's a cobra. I don't know that she has that power later on, but I guess we're still figuring out what exactly her powers are. Everyone seems to dislike Superboy. Little boy says, yeah, you ain't so hot. Even his parents. "So you're slipping, eh? That's no excuse to whine." "I'm not whining. I just thought maybe I'd at least get a kind word from my parents." So he digs underground and releases this beast, which is where the story intro showed. So the three take care of it. Superboy sees his faithful dog, Crypto. Good old Crypto. Dogs aren't fickle like humans. They're always faithful to their master. "Here I am, Crypto." But Crypto goes to Saturn Girl. So Superboy, just to hell with it. He flies off. "Those other three super characters have made you look like a fool. I'm ashamed of you. I wish I could send you back to the orphanage." So he comes across this group of flying superheroes out in space. I guess they can all live in outer space without breathing. And they're flying to a planet. It is Superboy City. "Welcome to Superboy Planet. The council awaits Superboy. Come." And the council is the three Legion of Superhero characters. "Superboy, we the council of Superboy Planet find you guilty." "Guilty of what?" "You are sentenced to life imprisonment. That cage with kryptonite-lined bars will be your temporary cell." So they're out there, and I'm sure at this point people are thinking, well, it's either a trick. No, this is legit. And those are the real Legion of Superhero characters. So they decide to show why this has happened. Saturn Girl says, "Ironic, isn't it, that everyone in the world of superheroes has superpowers except Superboy?" Well, I guess he's robbed of his superpowers because of the kryptonite. "Superboy, as you have observed, you are on a Superboy planet. What you do not know is that we of the Legion of Superheroes traveled from the future into the past in our time bubble to build this artificial planet in your honor." With the help of superheroes from many worlds, we built this planet honoring the greatest superhero of all. We had intended to dedicate it to you in a surprise ceremony. That's kind of weird. But Saturn Girl says, bring out the Future Scope. And it turns out the Future Scope showed Superboy destroying an aircraft carrier, wrecking an airstrip in South Pacific Island, and destroying a factory. And so because of all of these future events, they decide to lock him up. Now do you see why it's necessary for us to protect the universe by imprisoning you in a kryptonite prison? Well, I mean, that doesn't look good, but the universe. The Superboy planet that was originally intended to honor you is now the scene of your everlasting disgrace. Okay, so he just keeps his mouth shut, and they take him away to an entire prison of kryptonite. I think it's just, it's not solid kryptonite. That's why he's not dying. It's just kryptonite paint or kryptonite dust or whatever. So this is where it gets even dumber. Days later, one of the amazing Superboy trophies explodes. Okay, launching an atomic chain reaction. And as the kryptonite prison collapses, Superboy escapes, his superpowers returning. The landscape, the prison, everything turning blue, and I hear moans. Investigating, Boy of Steel discovers, oh, the explosion unleashed element Sigillian, which is deadly to us as kryptonite is to Superboy. Its radiation will kill us. Help us, Superboy. Now, I think a lot of these, I get the impression that a lot of these are non-humans. Are these flying super beings all supposed to be humans? So why would they all be? Okay, so amazingly, Superboy battles the super menace with a super shout. So that's super. I'm unable to work this same stunt on kryptonite because nearness to kryptonite makes me too weak to shout. Okay, and it changes everything back. The vibrations of Superboy's voice change the molecular structure of element Sigillian, rendering it harmless. Well, that is convenient. That is super convenient. And then they decided, well, if he did that, it's unthinkable that Superboy could ever be a criminal. Everyone with confidence in Superboy, despite the Future Scope, say I. So it just keeps getting dumber and dumber. She says, I have mentally picked up a puzzling radio message from Earth. It says the President of the United States releases Superboy from his security oath. What? How would he know? Unless he just random. So it turned out all of these things that the Future Scope was flawed, and it was not showing the future, it was showing the present, or I guess the recent past, because all of these things he did do them, but they were done at the direction of the government. Yes, I destroyed an empty aircraft carrier, the deserted airstrip, and the empty factory in a one-day mop-up spree, but only because the president told me to erase all traces of a poison gas too horrible to ever be used. So they screwed up. But why did you destroy those particular things? Well, I just told you, you dumbbell. Anyway, so one thing, let me see. So I believe in here that I could have sworn Saturn Girl said that she used her powers to convince everyone on Earth. Oh, here we go. The citizens of Smallville, your parents, the mayor, and Crypto all rejected you because I willed them to turn against you with my super telepathy. It was all part of her. So she's incredibly powerful in this early part because she's controlling all of these, the whole town with her. So she's clearly the strongest of all. She does not have that power later on. So Ma, Pa, Kent, and Crypto, gosh, I'm glad you weren't really peeved at me. Smallville knows the truth now, and everyone wants you back. 3 cheers for Superboy. I don't think that Superboy Planet ever made a reappearance. Not that I know of. This whole thing with him yelling to... I mean, this is a poorly written story. And just their whole behavior, rather than asking... And I know it's silly Silver Age stuff, but instead of saying, hey, Superboy, what the heck? They lock him up, and I don't think this is a very well-written story. But that is the second appearance of the Legion of Superheroes from Adventure Comics 267, Prisoner of the Superheroes.